It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. She off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mind. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind. Oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. And in the touchlight every corner. Oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo.
Hello there. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. And this is Maiyegun Live. You can see me smiling. I'll tell you about it. Share this broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends. Call the family together. Relax. Share this broadcast and tell all of them that Maiyegun today.
Godfatherism,
finally, Kalu signed the Abdusalami, Abubakar, and Father Kuka, Reverend Father Kuka's peace accord. But unfortunately, the other key guys didn't show up. Others sent representatives, while others didn't bother at all. Atiku was missing. Obi was missing, so was his deputy. But Kalu was on ground. But you see, the first time they said they should sign a peace accord, which was in September 2022, led by the INEC in Nigeria. Peace, yo. No get peace, yo. No wala, no bottle, no breaking the door, throwing stones, yo. Talk to your supporters, yo, so that they don't start killing themselves and all of that stuff. Kalu was away in London. It was not well then. So, but it was in London, where he was giving some motivational speech to some of the Abroadian Lagos Abobakus. So today he was there. And a lot of things happened today as well, which I'm going to take you through tonight. If you are just joining us, right, like this broadcast, share it, invite others, okay? And one final thing is before we get fully into it, not even one, maybe two. Now, the first one is that, listen, Maiyegun's diary political, I know the right scripts. Do you understand? I don't even have order of program. You get what I mean? Which means when you see Maiyegun's diary political videos, they are almost, if not 98% of Maiyegun's diary videos are recorded live. And during the live streaming, it can last up to 3 hours, even 4 hours. So what happened afterward is that I do try to cut the video into parts. Because you see, my program is like storytelling. Do you understand? I don't script this. Events, actions, and then activities of the rulers, not the government, the rulers of Nigeria, right? They happen every day, right? So I just push every energy into that 3 hours session, right? So I'm so sorry if some of you feel like the videos are too long and all of that. That is why we call it the Temple of Truth, okay? The beautiful thing about Maiyegun's diary political, when you join live, you probably won't even feel it until you are like hours into it. But if you have to watch again, you can either watch the premiere, which are in part mostly an hour or so, or just watch the full replay. I thought I should say that because some people feel like, oh, your videos are good, but they are just too long. I know if you're watching a replay, it can be too long. Again, remember that. And final one, just before we go fully or full throttle tonight, yeah, I have a good news, especially for the children in Yoruba land. I am now 100% confident that we are indeed going to impact in the lives of at least 6,000 school children in Yoruba land in the next few days, or maybe I should just maybe in another 2 weeks. Yes, we have been able to push ahead, and we are now sort of in a good place, right, to mobilize the printers. And not just that, we can even do more. But I'll tell you more about that on the program later tonight. It's looking good, and I feel good. I feel happy about. Happy about this, right? Share this broadcast and tell them we are about to start.
Maiyegun ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí
Thank you very much.
Tí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n ní ràn ó.
Thank you very much. Yes, we have started. About, how should I say that? I mean, about 4 months ago, right? Before things got to this heated stage, everybody is now sort of going to get more riled up, by the way. The INEC in Nigeria called all the presidential candidates running, 18 of them, that they should all come together and sign a peace accord, that there will be no crisis, no wahala, no abusive language, you know, that stuff, divisive rhetorics and all of that. Around that time, Kolu was in London. And then, yeah, just before today, just a bit of a flashback. This.
Study the anthropology of it. Where are we? Political power is not going to be served in a restaurant. It's not served in a la carte. It's what we are doing. It's being determined to do it. At all costs, fight for it, grab it, snatch it.
Yes, sir.
I'm wrong with you.
Yes, sir. Jagaban. Jagaban.
And you remember I did tell you that this was way back, that the campaign strategy of Kolu is called basement campaign strategy. They are going to be the one, right, to dictate where he is going to be seen, who is going to be speaking to, right, which interview, live or cut, or whatever. So they will have to guide that in order to shield him from the general scrutiny. So, but back in Nigeria, in Abuja, where they were signing the deal, he did send Shettima to go and represent him. And you know what happened? Just a flashback, like I said. Showore saw that Shettima, and this ensued.
That doesn't mean that I will not keep saying, pushing my position. It's the same position I have with the people sitting in front. I confronted him. Why is he sitting here when Tinubu is not here? You understand? If I was sitting there, I would not stand up for him. Because Tinubu is the one who's supposed to be here. You can't be running Nigeria for presidency in absentia. You and Abacha, that's my position.
You know the way I was yesterday?
Well, it doesn't matter.
Between realism and truth are two different worlds.
No, I'm part of the truth.
I stood by what I stood for yesterday and tomorrow.
It's the same thing I stood for because I was a student union leader when you guys were rampaging the country.
That doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Leadership.
Very good.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Where have you had?
He knows now. I'm just telling you what I told him.
So that was that. But nobody told us why Kolu didn't come there to sign peace deal. But somebody gave an answer. And that was the only credible thing that could be the only reason or excuse why Kolu didn't show up. This was way back in September, remember? So the only person who gave that answer then, I know you may not like him, okay? But that's the only credible answer that I figured out, that I found all that time. No answer from APC, Egbekegbe. Or you see this clown, court jester, like a bad clock. It can be right twice a day. You know that, AM and PM. This might be one of them, or maybe just one of the jokes.
Ashwaji Bola Tinubu at today's signing of the Peace Accord.
Yeah, I also noticed that Bola Tinubu is the only presidential candidate that was absent at the signing of the National Peace Accord today. He was obviously the only one absent. And I know why he was absent. And unfortunately, there was no provision for thumb printing. You know, you definitely have to sign. So, but there was no provision for thumb printing. And Atiku signed. That's all I have to say. Atiku signed and he signed.
Do you get that? They said INEC didn't make provision for thumb printing. Okay? And if they have to give Kolu a pen, he may start drawing the map of Sambisa plus that of Australia, Austria. Chart join, but that won't make any sense anyway. Sure you get. So that's the only sort of credible answer why he didn't show up. But again, just take that as a joke, okay? According to him, he didn't have to be there. His vice was there. The one that the same Keneridino called Osama bin Laden. Have you ever seen where Osama in his lifetime? Did you ever see anywhere Osama signed peace deal? That's another joke, so don't take that to heart as well. Okay. Anyway, finally he showed up. Yeah, he did. He showed up today. And when he showed up, it was just all by himself, no other serious or real candidate at all in attendance for the entrance. By the way, you can see this.
I'll show you.
you, I want to apologize for the very, very, very poor quality, the quality of that video, okay? But it's essential for this part going forward. Call you.
I'll show you. Hold on to I'll show you. Hold on to I'll come on assignment with you from Charlotte. It's plenty of yours. How is that? People that were there, I didn't see money. Sure, but you are still catching. My brother. I have conveyed all the messages. Haven't you? Yes. He said I should see him on What? His eminence is coming. When you compare notes, then I'll go into the treasury of the caliphate. Oh, yeah. Good seeing, sir. Wonderful. Okay. Good afternoon. Please, can we? Parties are in alphabetical order. Here, as we did the last time, you put the big parties in front and relegate us to the background. Let the parties appear on this seat the same way parties appear on ballot papers on the next one. Thank you very much. This event is not the same thing as being at a justice event. This is a justice matter. Put us in
you spoke. I asked you to sit down. Are you fighting me or
I'm not fighting you? I'm fighting against the videos you did to us last time. Any response, sir? If you don't respond satisfactorily, I will not participate in today's event. Thank you.
Yes. Can you tell me what time this happened to you? When and where?
Don't come. It's not acceptable.
All right. I have heard you. For the purpose of this meeting, and I'm going to see what can be done in the next meeting. If, however, you are not satisfied, if you want to leave, please you can leave. What your observation?
Maybe I'll wait for Showore's release so I can get you clearer picture of all he said. Now, here is how Nigeria is a joke, okay? All those things are just formalities that the establishment wanted to know that they are running things as relic as they have become. Reverend Father Kuka, PDP member on the left, Sultan of Sokoto, representing the Caliphate on the right, but as Sultan of Sokoto is also the spiritual head for all Muslims in Nigeria. So, Father Kuka on the left, on the right, Sultan of Sokoto on the left, Abdusalami Abubakar the Ogboju criminal that forced the 1999 constitution on the rest of Nigeria and called it "We the people of Nigeria," sitting in the middle. 1999 constitution that has caused so much ruins. You know, everybody mentioned it all the time. That is the problem. The person that forced it on everybody, sitting in the middle. Everybody who want to control the estates, all of you, where they look for a job, you want to control this Nigeria estates. Oh yeah, come here, come and sign peace deal. So that you can know that if there's any problem in Nigeria, we are going to blame you. We need to blame somebody, okay? That is called the textbook definition of trying to play a game that you have no idea those who set the rule. He's an old man, very old, weak, tired. His own brother don't run away. Babangida, that one that has turned to, you know what I mean, vegetable. The one that Shettima was laughing at. Have you seen Babangida lately? Have you seen him? When he was bragging that they were going to use Buhari APC to destroy Igbo businesses, to destroy Igbo land. You forgot all of that, Abi? Abdusalami Abubakar himself, you know, but he is representing the establishment. Oh, yeah, everybody come and sign. I need that clearer video. It's just that this one didn't do justice to it, this particular one.
The civil society for the work that they are doing. Again, let us appreciate the fact that this country is ours to build. After all these years, we should have had enough time to learn the lessons that we need. We continue to count on the resilience and commitment of our people. And I believe with determination, we can overcome all difficulties and understanding. Please remember that all of us here are working from parliament or motherland, depending on how you look at it.
The joke is on some of you anyway. Do you see why people like me don't believe in Nigeria anymore? Even though I am still very much attached to Nigeria, I can't escape it. It's just like our own nightmare until we are no longer part of that Nigeria anymore. Yeah, that's something I actually dream of. But do you see why we that? I mean, a lot of things that they try to tell you, or they are telling you, and the way they are saying them back to you, as well as how many of you actually like taking them so serious, because according to you, number one, they have the best experience. Even though they have messed up your life, messed up Nigeria repeatedly, at least they are those who actually know the better thing for Nigeria. Even if you know what is better for Nigeria, you cannot do it except you go through them. And you yourself, you know that, but they will not let anybody that will fix Nigeria to fix Nigeria. In that same confusion, you are still standing up and shouting one Nigeria. I am a proud Nigeria. But when we look at the characters that some of you are relying on, you call them elders, religious leaders, royal fathers, business moguls, elite, and all those things you call them. But when people like us actually see them, when we look through them, do you know who we have found? Bunch of criminals who took up different roles in effing up your lives. So when you now come back and say, let at least all these leaders are doing their best, Baba, do you know why some of people like us just laugh and sometimes call you like, call you weary? Because the people you are expecting to make this difference are the architect of the whole problem you are currently facing. And look at all of them in their 70s, 80s, some in 90s, relics. You in your teens, in your 20s, in your 30s, you are listening to them. Now they are signing peace. Peace over waiting. A divided country caused by a fraudulent constitution. Let me show you something before we continue. Right? I'll show you something. Let me see if I still have that clip. This is what that man that is asking everybody to come and sign peace deal, right? This is what that man, this is what he left for Nigeria. The problem of Nigeria.
Ten things you never knew about the 1999 Constitution. Did you know that the 1999 Constitution was promulgated by the Military Decree 24 of 1999? And to think of it, this 1999 Constitution was never subjected to a referendum.
Did you also know that this 1999 Constitution was written by a selected few that never got the consent of the indigenous nationalities or its representation?
Did you know that after writing the 1999 Constitution, it was hidden from the public until after the inauguration of President Obasanjo in 1999?
Funny enough, this 1999 Constitution was not printed by the government press or any known printers in 1999.
Did you know that the 1999 Constitution created a unitary government as against the projected federal government, and this forged an inefficient over-centralized government, as well as creating a centralized judiciary whom has never been autonomous?
In all this, did you know that this 1999 Constitution falsely and maliciously claims that the indigenous nationalities willingly handed over their lands and resources to the federal government?
And interestingly, did you know that the 1999 Constitution calls state governors chief security officers, but at the same time centralized all the security agencies and denies these state governors control over any of the security agencies?
And finally, do you know that the illegitimate 1999 Constitution in Section 6, subsection 6C, absolves the government from liabilities regarding rights of the citizens as provided in Chapter 2, making this right not justifiable?
This and many more are the reasons why corruption, unaccountability, incompetence, and insecurity are institutionalized in Nigeria.
I am seeing the reaction of some of you, one Nigerianist. You are very funny sometimes, Nigerians. You are acting like you are hearing that for the first time, that I don't believe in Nigeria. So you are acting like your usual hypocrite lunatic mindset. Abi, you are surprised that Maiyegun said he doesn't believe in Nigeria anymore. Is that something you are hearing for the first time? Why are you then talking about Nigeria? That's what I'm saying. A messed up country populated by over 7% mad people. Your government said 70% of you are mad. That is why you won't understand this, right? When people say, I don't want to be part of this union anymore, it is actually a legitimate right removed from that fraudulent book called 1999 Constitution. But most of you are zombies, prayer warriors, asking God to come and fix a fucked up place, while you are also at the same time enjoying the nonsense put together by criminals like Abdusalami. Okay, listen, education is very important. I'll give you one now. Look at this country, United Kingdom. It's called United Kingdom. And you know how many countries make up that, how many nations make up that United Kingdom? 4 of them, right? And out of that 4, one of them has been, for the past 25 years, constantly demanding to leave. But until they leave, everyone in part of that Scotland, they are still British. That people say they want Biafra. Until Biafra happen, by your fake law, if that's what we are saying, by your fake law in Nigeria, that you want your own country is democratic. It doesn't make them enemies. It doesn't make, but we rated majority before. And your government said 70% of you are mad. You just never enter market. So if you are not interested in Nigeria, why are you talking about Nigeria then? Because I'm still sending my money into Nigeria out there. There are millions of us that are remitting our money back into that contraption. But guess what we are getting back? Further increase in poverty and corruption. So what do you think that means? So if you are hearing me for the first time, you are reacting somehow. That's why I have to give you the answer. Listen to me. There are people say they want to leave part of a country is democratic. It is something that you are supposed to be campaigning. You see how you are doing this, your charade election. That's how they campaign for self-determination, if not because these criminals like Abdusalami Abubakar, decided to criminalize a legitimate. I mean, why? In 1950, listen, in 1954, when the Yoruba said, we want independence, okay? If the rest of Nigeria is not ready, we want independence. Azikiwe, who happened to be the leader of the Eastern Nigeria at the time, at the national level, said, no, why don't we just wait for the others so that all of us can get it at the same time? But we can get autonomy. So it doesn't mean that we have to be under anybody or control. No, let everybody, let's wait. Do you know what happened? This whole thing first started in 1945. By 1954, the Northerners, they were already attacking and killing Southerners, especially Igbos, that they are trying to get independent. Meanwhile, Igbos are not the ones proposing it. In your history, did you read about that? So if Maiyegun says he doesn't believe in Nigeria, he believes in his own country that came into a union or forced to a union called Nigeria, it is a legitimate, what have you? Come, let us fix Nigeria. You and who come to fix where? Fix Nigeria. I'm not asking you to sit down here and listen to me, okay? A lot of you have nowhere to go anyway. You have been so messed up that all you have available for you in Nigeria are pure lies, make-believe, things that just suit your fantasy in your miserable existence that these criminals have put you. Yeah. Sure you get. So if you have somewhere to go to, Baba, and you are not here using, especially those ones where they use Facebook free mode and the rest, you are using that, they made you so poor that majority of you are relying on a social media free mode to get information because lies are what they are telling you. And when they mess you up so well, so much, you know what they do? They turn you to churches and mosques to go and pray to your sky daddy to come and fix your Nigeria. So don't pretend that when I tell you that I don't believe in Nigeria, it's not a crime. It is not. Do you understand? Yeah? It is a legitimate advocacy. But because Nigeria is managed by criminals, populated by mad fools that are indeed called humbled slaves. Now I have to explain myself for 10 minutes what it means to say I don't believe in this union. I won't be the first to say that. So somebody said that Maiyegun, you should go and work with Showore to fix Nigeria so that if not all this thing are noise. Oshe, if you think, Samuel Dada, if you think this is noise, why are you here? Is it not because you know that somehow you are likely going to get even more insight into what is happening in Nigeria? Whether it is useful for you or it is not useful for you, you came here on your own volition. Do you know that? Maiyegun says he doesn't believe in Nigeria. That's not a crime. Okay? What do you believe in then? If Nigeria is a real place, a democratic place, people like myself, we will fund self-determination campaigns. In Yoruba land, for example, you have the right to oppose it. That's what is called democracy. Yeah. You see, in Scotland, there are Scottish people that till they die, they will never support independence for Scotland. It is their right. But you know what makes it democratic? If everybody is allowed to explain why we want to be on our own without intimidation of arrest, threats, or of death. Listen to me. Those who will want to leave Nigeria as Yorubas in the space of 2 years, will shock you. So why are you pretending that when I say I don't believe in Nigeria, that doesn't make me that I'm still not part of that Nigeria? I was forced into it. I didn't take myself into Nigeria. You didn't take yourself, did you? You woke up and they say, Ojota, Upper Iweka and all of that. You say, where is this in Nigeria? Then that's it. You are now in Nigeria. So don't pretend to me and pretend that I have to act up like, that's easy for you. She madini. Money me believe in Nigeria. You they act up like say you they hear somebody whip say what waiting you never hear before. When they act up like here say what I mean where me mokobai. Let's go back to these wearies and listen to the people. Listen to this one. This is the person. Part of those that are planning to fix their Nigeria for them and won't weary. Young people.
We reduce the purchasing power of the people, we can further slow down the economy. Let's widen the tax net. Those who are not paying now, if it is inclusive of Bola Tinubu, let the net get bigger and we take in more taxes, and that is what we must do in the country instead of
That's somebody who went to school, a young person, educated, seeing the mess they have created in Nigeria, and is kind of angry that Maiyegun is not talking nice about it. I want to share it. I want to share it. You are those who are actually giving them life for that money. Let's go back to that place where they are signing their what have you, because after that, in their desperation to keep the shippies intact, okay, in Lagos, every day they are relaunching to revalidate that this is our land. We must show them. They want to prove to you that as Nise Kolu controls Lagos, as if to say they need anybody's validation. So he signed the peace deal. He didn't. Well, I didn't see that part. Maybe whether it's thumbprinted or he signed, whatever it was. Yeah, Isha was there today. Okay. And when I see the clearer picture of where Showore was taking them to the cleaners, I will replay that at some point, okay? However, in Lagos, Sonwiku, Ade Gator, Ade Pointer, Alawoku, Chicago nightclub, according to Ambode, he was there mesmerizing the street cleaners in Lagos and those ones they mobilized with them, validating that are they sure they will vote for Tinubu? They have to come out and prove it in colorful way where. And all of that stuff. Validation here and there. Anyway, that was about their peace deal. So we know the gloves are off now. There's no glove anymore. Everybody is ready to bring blood out of anybody's mouth. And I mean, I remember this, right? No matter what we say, I have told you this many times, okay? My platform, Maiyegun's Diary Politico, okay, is just that it's a platform where you have a chance, okay, to, sort of think deeper, look more deeper into things you think you already know. I'll tell you, there is nothing, most of the time that I talk about that many of you don't know about. But do you know the difference, Majority of the people, when they look at Nigeria, is like an hopeless situation, okay? Nothing surprises anybody anymore. Because of that, they ignore details of the activities they see as headlines. So what do I do? Maiyegun, I bring those conversations, I bring them back to life. I give them life of their own. Then I kind of connect you watching me, whether you are in Nigeria or you are not in Nigeria. I have a way of connecting the activities of these criminals, past, present, and predict the future, and then connect you to it, get you to go and think about it and say, well, I never thought it that way. I never seen it that way. You see, when I bring you clips, videos, and all of that, those are just extras. So that sometimes you hear these things from their mouth. It helps you to sort of process everything that you want to know about Nigeria. Hang on. It's like we have one mad person here. Somebody is sorry, one sec. Somebody is trying to like spam our broadcast. Abdul Ahmed. Anyway, so that's what I do, and people don't really like me for it. I know that. And you know what I say to them, especially the Buhari idiots, the Buhari Dins, Buhari Didenis, the Buhari Dinotus, the Buhari Dijatus, the Buhari Shukus, the Ungoziaris, the Unekaris, the obedient fools, the sophisticated morons, and the humbled slaves. Okay? You know why they don't like me? It is very simple. They love their oppressors differently. And because I don't want to be so vulgar, right? I decided, I said, okay, who are the Buhari Dins? Who are the Buhari Didenis? Who are the Buhari Dinotus? Who are the Buhari Dijatus? Right? These are the Buhari Dins and Buhari Didenis. These are northern Nigeria-based mofos who have been around from the word go. It doesn't matter what happened. It doesn't matter what they are going through, right? According to them, even if they are burying their family members killed by terrorists, to them, don't blame Boko Haram for it. Do you understand? They are the Buhari Dins and the Buhari Dideris, the Buhari Dulais, the Buhari Bubakars. Here you get the Buhari Seidus. Those ones, they are home base. Then you see the Buhari Dinotus and the Buhari Dijatus. These are the female mofos based in southwest Nigeria. Okay? Their own is because if anything that you say that is, that affects Boko Haram and APC, definitely it's because you don't like Islam or you don't like northern Nigeria. Although they are far from it, but they just have to act on. Those are the Buhari Dinotus, the Buhari Dijatus, the Buhari Shukus, the Ungoziaris, the Unekaharis. These are those ones, those wannabes, those who publicly deny the criminality of APC, and those who are like a self-hate Igbos, who sees what is going on, and they call their brothers and sisters, playing victims to what is going on in Nigeria. They join others to confirm it, to validate the position of the Buhari Dins, the Buhari Didenis, the Buhari Dinotus, the Buhari Dijatus, right? The Buhari Shukus, Ungoziaris, Unekaharis, they are the Igbos that will tell you, I am Igbo and I love Boko Haram. They don't love Boko Haram, okay? These are chancers, wannabe chancers, trying to position themselves as those that can at least be trusted if others can't be in a divided Nigeria caused by APC. Now, when you now go forward, right, you see this category of those I'm talking about, right? They are mostly illiterate, uneducated, unemployed, unemployable illiterates. But when you go a little bit further, which now comprises of all of them from the north to the west to the east, all over the place, that's where you have the humbled slaves. The humbled slaves are those who are born slaves as Nigerians. And they have done everything according to the book. They said, go to school. They went to school. Get good grades. They got good grades. Right? You are going to get a good job, but no job. Now, they have tried and tried and tried. They have now accepted that except God actually touches or look down on them to fix them, this is their faith. The humbled slaves. The obedient fools. Those are the ones that home-based ones who are like, they are educated as well, okay? But education, no matter if hunger day, whatever you say, if you wake up tomorrow, if Kalu, or let me say, Boko Haram wake up tomorrow, right? And say, the reason why the people are poor in Nigeria is because the youths are lazy. They will agree. Obedient fools. They will say, yes, now, it's right. Some of us don't want to work again. Some of us are so lazy. Some of us just want to be this and that. Those are the obedient fools. The sophisticated morons. Those ones are different. Those ones, right, are especially those who speak big grammars. When Boko Haram says something that doesn't make any sense, right, they will try to make sense out of it, right? Whenever APC, all the atrocities, the damages, everything they've done, these are the type that do so, they work like overtime. They speak grammar. They write jargon. See, they are so convinced in order to convince you that whatever happened, even if it's wrong, there must be a reason. The sophisticated morons. Then you see those ones that we call the Abroadians, Buharidins. Those are their aunties and uncles abroad. I could categorize them. I have been with these guys for years, guys. If you are just knowing me for a year or 2 or 3 years, listen to me. I have been with your likes. It doesn't matter what you pick up today. It doesn't matter which side you pick up today. It doesn't matter what struggle you pick up today. I have dealt with a lot of Nigerians who are mostly like weather. Everything that happens, they change like weather. When that one hit the rock bottom, they switch again. They change like weather. I have dealt with a lot. But the most dubious of them all are the APC, Egbe people. You see those ones abroad, the Abroadians, Buhari Diot, they are in 3 categories as well. You have the Mumadus, the Mumu lecturers, the Bele lecturers. Now, you see the Mumadus, those ones are those uncles and aunties that left Nigeria since 1960, 1970, when Nigeria was still practicing when you see Gongola state, Bende state, northern region. These were those who left Nigeria not for economical reasons, to go and study. They were supposed to return back to Nigeria after they must have acquired, knowledge all over the world. But unfortunately, their colleagues that returned back to Nigeria, they became the looters of Nigeria. Those ones that didn't return, the Mumu lecturers, they didn't go to school. They didn't do anything. I mean, it was pure failure, most of them. Some of them have become criminals. They've went to jail, useless. A lot of them are older now, dependent on the state pension, state sponsor in different countries they are living in. But right in their lifetime, Boko Haram happened. But before Boko Haram happened, APC, the social media happened. And young people are breaking even. Some of you in that Nigeria, without leaving that place, you are making serious progress. And all of these are being captured on social media. You see, when these uncles and aunties in their 60s, in their 70s, grandfathers supporting APC abroad, when they look at you, they see how they have failed in their lives. So when Boko Haram came, he is like a punisher. If you cannot explain how you make that money, or if Boko Haram says you are a criminal, then you are a thief. But if Boko Haram says you are not a thief, then you must be good. But for those who experience, these are the same people who experienced Boko Haram in 1984, 1985. And they continue to tell you, is your Messiah, is going to save you. They are abroad, collecting every week pension, every week gyro, depending on the healthcare abroad. They are not planning to come back to Nigeria. Okay? Those are the Mumadus. They personally hate you, young people. As much as some of you are feeling like you are free, they feel like somebody should tame you, destroy you. And before you wake up, you are in your 60s, failed in a failed country. The Mumu lecturers. These are the ones who have become also very useless abroad. But when you look at them, you will see PhD, Dr. this, PhD that. But when you actually come closer to them, you will see a relic of a miserable human being. And there are many. They love Boko Haram too, as a punisher. These are those who always organize rallies or welcome visits for the fraudulent criminal politicians from Nigeria. They'll bring them when they come abroad. You see those ones that always organize town hall meeting, organize this and that for them. Those are the Mumu lecturers. Because according to them, they left Nigeria. Nigeria didn't leave them. Miserable people. They have no plan of coming back to Nigeria, by the way. The final one, the Bele lecturers. The Bele lecturers are those Abroadians too. You will think they love Nigeria. Oh, we call them patriotic Nigerians from abroad. They have no plan for Nigeria, not even their family members. Some of them are running, come and study abroad program, online everywhere, but they are telling you Rome was not built in a day. But let me tell you something. As they are saying all of those from abroad, their comfortable spaces abroad, telling you that Nigeria is going to be great, it's going to be this, blah, 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 blah. They don't believe in them. They don't believe in it. I am saying this to you because I know them. And I live abroad. Yeah, I be abroadian. But my own abroadian shoko. That will never lie to you. I won't lie to you. But you see the Bele lecturers, they don't do it for free. It's called positioning. These are the ones who stay abroad, telling you beautiful things, nice things. In fact, explaining ideas to you. But what they are actually doing is that they are positioning themselves for a possible invite. If any of those gamble should click, if Obi become president of Nigeria tomorrow, you are going to see many Bele lecturers returning. You think they mean well. I hope they mean well. I don't want to judge them before then. No. If Atiku could become the president tomorrow, you will see some of these Bele lecturers from abroad. They are not really making any headway in their lives. They're too, but in a way, whatever it is, let's go back and do something. So don't come here and pretend when I tell you that I don't believe in Nigeria, when I know all of the structures entirely. Do you think I'm just saying that because I want to sound like somebody who is shori aging in Kotimotin for the past 9 years? So these are the characters that form my audience. When you read them, when they abuse me, when they say this, I know them, they know me. I don't like them, they don't like me. And I don't pretend. They may be pretending. This Maiyegun, I thought this Maiyegun is a serious. Alaye, if I'm not serious to you, child, just take me as somebody who no serious. Don't take me serious when you see me as somebody who no serious. Because I will never lie to you. Okay? I won't. However, you can pick where you belong to. Sure, you get me. I remember when I went to the Nigeria RC to get a passport in London. Somebody told them, you see that guy is Maiyegun. God knows what they did to them, said to themselves, right? Then everybody started being like careful until when I wanted to show that, don't say I won't be part of this. So if you give me choice, if you give me a short choice now, say, oh yeah, Nigeria or Yoruba nation as a referendum for me, you know what I'm going to choose. So I told you one was the program, it was surprise. They must believe in Nigeria. Show mentally. I will pay 70% to mad in Nigeria. I don't pretend though. And that's why when I see this Obidients, I feel like they are a good tormentor. And me, I like to torment the establishment that brought us to this stage. Remember that. Let's go to Jos. In Jos today, after the signing of what have you, the Obidients were in town. And I bring you the visuals of what happened there. If you still have the time, you can sit back and watch that. Because one of the things they are making us to believe is that, you see, when you do all of this, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't want to support this, I don't want this or that, at the end of the day, the way the Abdusalami Abubakar, the way they have structured, the way they build Nigeria, you know they go anywhere. You go end up in anything where they put together. PDP, APC, sure you get. Now there you go hand. Or may you stay away and deal with the consequences after. That's how they have been dealing with you. So when I see these ones, and when they say, the Obidients are going nowhere, Baba, we go enjoy the tormenting they are giving you. And then at the same time, me on this platform, I will keep showing what you are not seeing in what they are doing. I'll keep showing that to the rest of the world and say, listen, so that you don't wake up tomorrow when these people finally start a revolution that the establishment won't be able to conquer. Remember the journey to it. You were laughing at them. They are not giving people money to come out, right? But a lot of you are underrating them and the rest. Now, my own prayer is that the owners of Nigeria, may they shall underrate them to the end, rig them, do everything they will do. And it becomes obvious that that's exactly what happened. You can go back to all my videos and see, where did they get all that crowd from? Just remember, this is the diary where even if you are not paying attention, right, I will be flaunting it, flaunting it on your faces, right? Now, you know what happened? In Kaduna yesterday, that you saw what happened. They have moved to Jos today. In Jos today, is a different thing. And it's always been like that, by the way. But here is some visuals from where the Obidients in in Jos, starting from their airport. They are waiting for this guy at the airport. Oh. That's not even the venue where they want to do their rally. Oh. Airport. They were in fact, I have a longer video. This is the one I'm going to play and relax, and then I come back and say something, okay? Somebody said, and now I know why this Maiyegun is always talking about this Obi. Because of what? Because Maiyegun believed that with Obi, right, a real democracy will exist. Right? People will be able to indeed express their own political view, including demanding for a constitutional change or demanding for a referendum and all of that. Well, if you think that is why I am actually on the side of Obi, on the side of the Obidients being positive about you and all of that, then you are wrong. Now, first part, I don't believe Obi can make any difference. But the part that you probably may be right, is that somebody like Obi will likely, quote that word likely, will likely not unleash the military or DSS on the people who are having a conversation around, self-determination. Now, that may be a bit slow down, but because it is Nigeria, cancel that what I said the last time. Cancel it. So forget it. The reason why I am positive about the Obidients a lot of the time is because, like I said, Nigeria that I know, I have been doing this for over 10 years, my brother. 10 years is a long time. It's a huge experience that some of you may not value. But for those who know me very well, they will tell you that I've come of age. Sure, you get Nigeria, the way Nigeria is structured. Are you with me? The day anyone makes the right move, first to touch that constitution in Nigeria, Baba, and they get it all through, that will be the day you get to know why Nigeria was forced together in 1966. But I would say something to you. The most reason why I'm so positive about the Obidients is this. Now, nobody can say, after all your noise, all of you that disagree with PDP, APC, now you couldn't even pull anything to challenge them. So to me, in my book, who doesn't actually have a stake or anything in your election, you Obedient, you are the right karma. That came the right time. Now, if you're forced, crumble this establishment to start with, I'm talking about this hegemony and the rest of them, you would have completely made history. And guess what? Whether I support you, I don't support you, I'll be able to tell the same history, the same story to my own children and children about your achievement. Because your achievement, in all regards, whether you win or not, what you are about to do with Nigeria is going to change the course of what Nigeria has been all about all this while. And it's a two-way thing. If you do all of this, and at the end of the day, like Kalu said in this video, listen, just quickly.
Obedience silly.
Now, did you get that? That confidence is not coming from somebody who is running on a platform of a political party or government that has done well for you. That's an insult, Abi. Now imagine that after all of this effort and all of that, the result now show that he beat you silly. But they feel that if they have beaten you silly and you feel otherwise, so two things will happen. Okay? If you go quietly after that, that means the old order that brought you to this desperate state, right? The old order as one. And just right there, it will disinterest a lot of you about Nigeria. I know that. Or it will spring up the much anticipated revolution that you will now have a reason to say you've done everything right, but these guys are not going anywhere. They are not ready to. We are not going to keep up with them. Two things will happen. That's what I'm interested in. Because whatever happened after all, it's Nigeria. That Nigeria will not remain the same again. Is that it's going to get worse? That it will lead to a civil war between now and another 4 years, or the hegemony will collapse on the surface. Then you can then start dealing with the rooted establishment that sustained it, the rooted foundation of impunity, corruption, and then a fraud that sustained it to this point. So whatever happens, to people like us, who knows that Nigeria is of no good to myself or my people, for those who know better, not under this arrangement, not ever in this kind of arrangement. I know. So for somebody like myself, it is always going to be a win-win situation. So don't look at me and say, Asiwaju is going to lead you for... Baba, calm down. Shebi Buhari is doing 8 years. How old were you 8 years ago? How old are you 8 years ago? Remove 8 years from your age right now. And then flash back to what your hope and aspirations were 8 years ago. So if you are willing to gamble your another 8 years or another 18 years of your life with these criminals, right? Be my guest, okay? Let's go back to Jos, where the Obidients, as usual, look at them. That's them finding their way out of their airport there in Jos. Okay. It was so hectic that way that somebody like Kwankwaso, who said that Peter Obi is an ethnic and religious candidate. So when you check the facts out there, right, which every day continue, right, to be or continue to pose the threats to the traditional base of the traditional career criminals called politicians in Nigeria, including in the mindset of a lot of us. You see, there's something about life which I have learned, and I want you to try it if you haven't, or if you don't, use it. As a man or as an adult, right? Please imbibe the ability, right, to update your mind. Update your mind or change your mind on things when you have access to any new information about them. I am saying this because they are very good and they are very helpful. And if you have this, it's very helpful, rather. For example, if you know that, if you know about something, so sure about something, which is not bad, education does that. Then suddenly you have access to new information. It doesn't matter if that information is actually new, but the fact that you are accessing that information newly is a new information to you. When you compare to what you know or what you knew, at that moment, you have to upgrade your knowledge about that thing. Don't stay in a place. Let me tell you what I have observed. And that is why I said that they are going to win or not is a different thing right now. They are already posing serious threats to the traditional base of traditional criminal politicians in Nigeria. And this is not even like a hearsay. This is happening. You know them that they don't give people money. You know that. Where are they seeing all these people? On working day, when people are supposed to be working. Fine. Unemployment is almost 60% in Nigeria, if not more. But listen, this is happening, and it's not cheap to mobilize people like this, right? Whatever is driving them to be this so serious is now proving it that, listen, with what I have seen, if they do their election charade tomorrow, the entire Eastern Nigeria, especially the entire Eastern Nigeria and Niger Delta part of Nigeria, all of them have been locked down. About 11 or so of them have been locked down. For Obi, you can take that to the bank. Whether they are now going to allow them to deliver that or suppress them in order to further fuel what will later probably just sweep everybody away, including the oppressors. There will be nobody to be anything because majority of you will be surprised where these numbers are going to be coming from with what I have seen. And now seeing, they say seeing and believing. That's what I deal with. Then Southwest Nigeria, which is meant to be traditionally the base of Kolu. But for those who have been following things there, you can say, I'm not saying that it's going to beat Kolu if they do election in Yoruba land, But you and I know that Yoruba land is not on a lockdown for Kolu. You know it. Except if you don't want to accept it. It's no longer in lockdown. Lockdown means if they do 100% election or vote, at the real vote, at the fake vote, lockdown means it will be taking over 70% of everything there. To 80%, in fact, over 80% of everything there. That it won't even give anybody the chance elsewhere to even get 25% that they say constitutionally they should get. That's a threat. Some of you may not know. For those who are politically smart, that is a future threat if that should happen. If, you know, and if they have to stop that, yeah, they will have to do it so visibly. They can't hide it with the way things are going in Yoruba land. You have seen the surge in them picking up cards here and there. Don't pretend you are not. Oh, even though you traditionally believe is a joke, it's not going to happen. Now I'm telling you, if you have access to any recent information, you can please update what you know. But if you are living on that, that means you will only be praying that the criminals, the establishment, they should do their usual power and, you know, and fuck them up. Make sure that they don't allow them to come out and do anything. But if it's democratic and they're allowed to do that, they are posing a big threat. Let's go back to that just. I'm going to show you a few other places that I went to there. And I just want you to look at the people there, okay? These are people that are not paid. They didn't give them a dime. You know what I mean? That is them, okay? And I don't know if you are seeing what I'm saying, but let's go back to the road where they are driving him back to town. It's a long drive from the airport. I'll take you back to that airport, right? So does that mean that that's how long the journey of those who actually went to go and wait for him at the airport? Look at this. Look at these people. And Plateau State is north central. Kaduna, Plateau, they are not central states in northern Nigeria. And according to them, the north central is now also no longer traditionally where you naturally believe they should be anymore. Okay? And the likes of Kwankwaso will actually have to up their game, because if they are still living off the old information, so to say, this is real, okay? But you may look at them and just say, Maiyegun, forget it. Of course, I'm with you. This thing is, they are going to crush them. Of course, I believe you. I am just here to say, if that doesn't happen, you can always remember how it all built up to what they can no longer crush. I'm just saying. Here is him. When he got into town, I think he met with that's when he spent time with those ones. He went to other places, okay? But I'm not going to take you through all of that. But you need to listen to this, where he finally spoke with the people of what he has to do, like everyone else, right? Pay attention to the crowd. Pay attention to his audience. And always have it at the back of your mind, right? We don't know how they're doing it, but we know why they are getting this, right? Every person in that place came on their own volition, not persuaded or paid to come up. Just remember that when you are watching this. And he's there addressing them. Listen.
Labour Party, Labour Party, Labour Party. We have an altar that if you know you belong to the people of Nigeria, when you come to this altar, something must happen. We have APDP, we have PDAPC. That will not be our portion in Labour Party in Jesus' name. Our election, anybody that comes here, or anybody that is in Nigeria, that will know that he will not work for us, he will work for others. He will not work for Obi. I want God will not hear again. Because he will not see again. The only day that you will see is our swearing in Abuja this election. I have something to donate other people with disability for the whole Nigeria. I want them to have a challenge that let them not be begging on the street. Let them have the mind to work for their own self and help their own needs. Let me say something last and the least. I want to give him a name. His name is not Peter Obi again. His name is Peter Obi. And we are going to give him a name. Yusuf. That he's not more Yusuf. That you know. He is Dara Yusuf. Thank you. a few minutes. Before that, I want us to observe 1 minute silence. 1 minute silence, please. A few days ago, in Plateau State, 16 members of PDP that came for campaign died in an accident. Let us observe a few 1 minute silence. Every Nigerian is the same thing. We are family. The life of every Nigerian is equal to us. Ladies and gentlemen, Nigeria wants a place. 1 minute silence. May the souls and sons of all the faithful departed through the mercy of God rest in peace. The new Nigeria we want to build have no party. The new Nigeria we want to build have no party. We want to save every Nigerian. Nigerians of today are hungry. Nigerians today are poor. We have become the capital of poverty in the world. Capital of unemployment, capital of insecurity, capital of out of school children, capital of where people don't have what to eat. That is what Daddy and I want to change. We want to build a new Nigeria. A new Nigeria is possible. With you, we are going to build a new Nigeria. This year's election will not be about tribe. It will not be about tribe. No tribe buys bread cheaper. It will not be about religion. No religion buys bread cheaper. And it is nobody's turn. It is your turn to take back your country. It is your turn to take back your country. That's what we want to do. What we want to do is that Daddy and I, we are here making a plea to you. We are here with our wife. That is my wife here. That is my wife here. We are seeing different things now. We are here to make a plea to you. Now we are bound to secure and unite Nigeria. We don't want Nigeria where there's division again. We want Nigerians to say I'm a Nigerian, not from the southeast or southwest of this. So we're not contest the election. I'm not contesting the election because I'm from the southeast. I'm contesting because I'm a Nigerian and I'm qualified and I'm most qualified. Have vowed that we protect the interests of every Nigerian, no matter who you are, no matter where you come from. That is why we say Nigeria will be great, no matter moving from consumption to production. So you can have job, so you can employ, you will be proud, this is my second or third time of coming here. And I continue to go. Tell everything we are saying. We're not going to go from there. And 2 of us in the background, we are not stealing government money. You hear people taking down the salary? They didn't tell me to be stolen money. They are stingy. We now want people who are stingy. Because we don't want people to support. We don't want people who waste our money. We want people who are keeping it. And they are keeping it for you. And this is for you. That's what we have to do. You know, that's what we want to start doing.
Alright. Baba, you don't do. We don't listen. You don't do. I know. Well, you just have to be in the diary. I'm so sorry if you don't feel comfortable listening to that. Same way when sometimes I have to just sit down here and listen to Kolu, Balabluing and all of that, even though that one can be a little bit cracker, right? Laughing and all that. But remember, this is the diary, okay? And yeah, we've stopped that because elsewhere, where they are asking people, are you going to vote for Atiku? Are you going to vote for PDP? Even people with them pay, they see they shout no. That also happened, in case if you miss it.
PVC, if you have collected your PVC, can we all see you? The whole world is watching you. Let me see you. Let me see you. Let me see you. Will you vote for Atiku Abubakar? Will you vote for PDP? Will you vote for prosperity? Will you vote for healthcare? Will you vote for education sector? Will you vote for security? If you vote, say PDP.
Voila. I'm actually still waiting for people to probably show us the original video because some said that Maiyegun, that one is doctored now. No, nurse Dini. That one is doctored now. Maiyegun, how can you not see that? Then pay them. Maybe they know so they don't go get the balance. Abeokuta in Ogun State. No wonder when they left, when they were leaving, Baba, Bo lawyer for me, shoot them, kill them. Anybody where they road there, when no one will go, you fire them. That started from the stadium, straight to the streets. Atiku for president in Abeokuta.
See them, look, see that guy throwing stone in stick. See, shot the stone, shot they beat police won't jam them. Shot they break police windscreen. No? See how they drive. See how they jam that guy, jam his bike. See. And they stone them, they stone their security and Atiku convoy. So they stone them. See. Before you know what's happen, now you just have started the air gunshots. Bang. See how people they take cover. See, people they take cover. Now me they here on top for showroom. Why they hide? Now I can't run enter. Say me no be say my watch a video down. Come on, lọ jẹ́ pé òkúlu ẹ̀ lọ máa wá gbé kúrò ní glass wọn dẹ̀ ní mọ̀ pé ní glass ni mo wà. Saturday they shoot. Then they shoot everybody when they stone them for streets. How did they stone at?
Madman. Oh, changes Yoba. Omolomo. He didn't get the right English to use there. Like video Daron. What is Daron? What is Daron? Video Daron in English. I will go and record the video now. I'll be in trouble. I will just kulu my banning glass in me. That means they will just come here and see my dead body when they start shooting now. Video down. That's Atiku living at Abeokuta. After they told him at the airport, at the stadium, will you vote for Atiku? No. Will you vote for prosperity? No. Will you vote for development? No. We are not voting for you. We came here on a contract. We've done our part. Alaye round up. Come like say somebody we're supposed to pay them, no pay. They'll chase them with Okada. Enter Lafenwa, from Lafenwa to what's that place called? That one that is a governor's that governor's road. Is it what do they call that road that leads to governor's office? Okay, Moson. Okay, Moson's raid. Oh yeah, shoot one before they talk some more. They want all the verse one Atiku because see anger no get house. In Yoruba land, when I was growing up, they used to say that ibinu onile anger no get house. Anger can turn up anytime. Sure, you get, Before you know it now, those mob, if you open car, drag Atiku out. Alaji, it's Turakini here, Turakini. Sorry, we thought it's one of the people, So they had to shoot their way out. Wallah, I'm bored. You can continue to pretend. Or even look at me and blame me and say, hey, go shut up your mouth. Shut up your mouth. You don't know what you are talking about. Majority of those who told me, let me say this to you, okay? In case if you are new in this business, if they just recruited you, either for articulators or the Agbado Academy, whichever one you belong to, except if you are new, okay? For the past 8 years, I have been doing my best to heal up the lunatics, right? Who started the mantra, change, when the people who are going to drive the change were actually a bunch of criminals selected from different camp and different caucuses with their baggage of criminality following them, and I was raising alarm. Do you know something? All those who are your senior, who recruited you for 2023, they recruited people in 2019. They recruited themselves in 2015. You know what they told me? You will see that God will shame you. You this Maiyegun, you don't wish well for Nigeria. You see, some of this, this obedient thing seems to be kind of logical, more reasonable. But if you think they are like unruly, they don't get respect, they fire anybody, honestly speaking, Ajepo news business, you are new to this business of fighting the establishment. In 2014, 2015, APC, Egbekegbe, was like a cult, a demonic cult. Families were tearing apart because some are not supporting Buhari. People are families, friendship, years of friendship cut off. Because these zombies were so sure Buhari was the last chance for Nigeria. If not, terrorists are going to overrun Nigeria. Jonathan was a very weak man and corrupt. No, it's logical, Ogbeni, Mr. Taiwo. That's why I'm trying to deconstruct the mind of some of you here. When you say you are a Maiyegun follower, but right inside that your mind, there are some certain things that some of you are unable to connect together and become very, very, a little bit sincere. You may not like Obi. Obi may belong to that class of the Nigerian elite and criminals. But it will be very, very, very unfortunate. And then it will be a sort of an injustice if every one of you should deny the real force that led to what you are witnessing called Obidients today. So if you think it's not logical, well, you might have a chance of telling us what is then logical. Young people organized the best, most peaceful, and the most impressive public disobedience that lasted for 21 days in the recent history of Nigeria. And when they were crushed, they thought they've been crushed. Look at how they now turn it around to what Obi is benefiting. So listen, if you think it's not logical, over to you. 2014, 2015, it was like they cost everybody. It was like a APC Kool-Aid. Criminals were actually, this Atiku, Saraki, Tinubu, Kwankwaso, Dinomelaye, and so many of them like that. These are the change agent leaders in Nigeria that Nigerians are attacking themselves for. These people are coming to save us. These people are trying to they are trying to save Nigeria. But these are criminals now. No, don't say that. But here is the reason why I'm telling you that story. I, among other people, who try to stand on that logic to say, even if Goodluck Ebere Jolantan was everything they said it was, Boko Haram, an option. So, good luck with that. Too. They said it to my face. You will see how God will shame you. You this shameless Maiyegun. enemy of progress, enemy of Nigeria. I don't know what is wrong with this guy. This guy is finished. Nigerians are trying to save the life. They are trying to save their future. This useless guy is staying in Scotland. He's talking rubbish. That's why I said, if you are one Nigerianist, and you probably feel like I am your friend. I'm not your friend in that aspect. It's a political, see, it's called political ideology. Our political ideology doesn't match. They don't match. Okay? So I'm not your friend. I may say things that kind of speak right about what you, or decide of where you belong to, but we are not friends. Politically, we are not. So these guys were like, shut up your mouth. Buhari that didn't steal any money. Buhari that he was head of state. He didn't blah, 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 blah. Oh, this I told them. And they told me, they said, in a space of 3 months, I will regret publicly going against APC, that is trying to save Nigeria. You know what happened? In 2015, the total number of officially jobless Nigerians, they were put at 13.5 million. Nigeria debt in 2015, when these criminals came on, was put at same 7.5 trillion naira. When these guys came in 2015 and told them they are going to end Boko Haram in 3 months, what they didn't tell people was that Boko Haram will go on sabbatical, rebrand, and expand. Today, you have more than what is Boko Haram in Nigeria. Today, you have more people living in poverty in Nigeria. Today, the economy of Nigeria has shrunk beyond what many of you can recover from in another 10 years, by the way. Today, Nigeria is the capital of the most unemployed people in the world. Today, Nigeria has become the second most terrorized people in the entire world. Today, Nigeria Naira is as worthless as what you can actually think of it. Today, corruption has been legalized in Nigeria. You just need to choose where or which side you belong to before you're involved in corruption. Today, in Nigeria, everyone else is to be blamed for whatever is going on with Nigeria, but those who are ruling Nigeria, don't blame them. Why are you going to blame them? So those who told me that their fake God, fake Nigeria God, was going to put me to shame because I was telling them the truth, they didn't want to listen to, so they hated me for it, and they wished me evil. They wished me everything they could wish me. But you know what happened? As they are destroying Nigeria, my life was getting better and better and better and better. I just don't want to brag about that now. Seriously, they are destroying your lives. A lot of us are improving on our lives. In 8 years, ladies and gentlemen, my life changed. I mean, I'm a testimony of when they say hard work pays. When you look at me, you'll be like, oh, I remember this Maiyegun. Man, I remember this Maiyegun. 8 years. That same 8 years, 133 million of you were dipped in poverty. A lot of you were making good money, doing businesses, jobs. You were gainfully employed in 2015. Some of you had to run away from Nigeria when you realized that the whole world is about to see that you're about to have to lose everything. You've lost your job, you've lost your savings, little what is left of you, you sold them, got a visa, escaped from Nigeria. Then you think you can actually look at me and say, I am the enemy of Nigeria or your enemy because you are aspiring to fix a shithole that is deliberately made worse. You can't surprise me. You can't, The good thing that you can use in shutting somebody like me up, Maiyegun, is that when I can look around and see real good things that are making real impact in your lives, not fraudulent things, temporary things that they just put out there to deceive you further. So I'm not your enemy. You don't need to like me. And I've told people, I am not here for you to like me, okay? And I say my mind, and somehow, I have a lot of people that actually they believe that I'm speaking their mind too. So when you choose anything you want to choose about Nigeria, you are not doing me. At least I am young. I still have so many options. You know what I mean? I'm not living in Nigeria and I have so many options. When I say options, all options that could make me live a meaningful life. Look at me. I have opportunity enough that I could take opportunities to people that Nigeria have denied opportunities for decades. Why do you think that is possible? Hard work. A very hardworking, consistent young man that if he was in Nigeria, he would have to bend the knee, lick the ass, or chase the crumbs before he can even make any mark, or else it will become, what do you call it? All right, as some of you that they have reduced to absolutely nothing, or beggars. Now, I'm so blessed that I've got so many blessed people around me. Now, I have got so much blessing that from here on this platform, after telling people that, listen, you have a chance of making your choices. Make your choice. You make your choice. But if you have a chance of knowing something that will help you in making those choices, look into them. But whatever it is, and you decide on, right? You should also be able to actually take responsibilities. That's what Maiyegun teaches. Now, we have taken it further by now reaching out to the people that we are actually trying to preach this to and touching their lives directly. I have been a blessing. So don't look at me because you want to defend politicians. Okay? Don't look at me because the criminals that have made your life a mess, those ones that sent all of us out of Nigeria. Yes, they did. Those ones who have stifled opportunities. Those ones who have no remorse for all the wrongs they have done. So don't look at me when I talk about them and think, I am your enemy. So fuck off. I am not. And that would be a lie, that if you continue to believe that, you continue to live a miserable life. You continue to figure out what is wrong with my life. Why is everything not working? Because you are living a lie, blaming somebody else for the unfortunate, terrible decisions that you have been making all over your life, including the political one. I just want you to know them better. You are sitting down there destroying people's name. Which people? Why are you lying? Why am I not talking about you? Why am I not picking up your name? Why am I not picking up your parents, your father or your mother? Why am I not talking about them? Why am I talking about the criminals who are making decisions that are affecting the lives of millions of us, including those of you that have managed to escape from Nigeria? Think about that. Why then should you look at me and be like, this is my Maiyegun self? Because majority of you have been destroyed. No apologies. Nigeria is a very, very, very terrible place. No thanks to these criminals. They messed us up a lot. And they're still doing it with so much gale and braggadocios, like nothing will happen. But people like us who have been studying things and then checking things here and there, we know it's just a bubble. It will soon burst. When it bursts, you're gonna look back and be like, I used to dislike that Maiyegun because the way he talks about these people. I am not defaming them. When I talk about all your criminal leaders, the Were Olori Brukus that some of you are using their profile pictures on social media, those Olori Brukus, those relics. When I speak about them alone, I'm not defaming them. I'm not, how could you say that about calm down? The only shock you are feeling is that you probably never believe that somebody will be bold enough, right, repeatedly, and say all these things, right? But it's not your fault. Now, they say that the way they made you, they say the way they conditioned you, you are built to be a slave. Or no? It doesn't matter whether you are educated or not. No, it doesn't matter. It's not your fault, but that you now know better, or you don't want to get out of that cage, that one is your fault. From your childhood, they raised you to be a slave in Nigeria. Don't ask any question. Just obey. Isn't that how many of you were raised? When you went to school, whether university, whether wherever you, is that not the same way they are treating you? obey. If you dare go outside that guide, then you are a rebel. And they will make sure and assure you that you may not make it in life because you are not listening. So that's what they did to you. So that is why it will be shocking for you to feel like, how could somebody say Tinubu is atole? On social media, don't you care about your life, your future? Baba, that's one of the most stupid line of argument question from the dumbest people called Nigerians I have listened to. You know that? The dumbest Nigerians. Don't you, why you this boy, why don't you just think about your future? All these things you are saying, you better think about your future. Baba, there is no future for anybody that is in the hand of these criminals. They've looted everything. They've stolen everything. That your future they are talking about is just imagination, your own imagination. It has nothing to do with Nigeria. Because these criminals, they have mortgaged those future. You see them do it every time. And they don't give a damn. So don't let any Olori Bruku, uncle, or anybody from anywhere try to make you feel so guilty. Guilty of speaking up. So these guys are not being defamed, though. They are rogues. They are criminals. But Nigeria is a place where criminals are rewarded, starting from your presidiot, Bokuwari, then the heroin money launderer, Tinubu, or Atiku, SPV, what do you call it? SPV, open corruption merchants. What about Obi? What about him? Tell me, if you show me something that he stole. Don't make things up like the zombies that some of you actually are, especially the one Nigerianist. Anyway, I thought I should let you know that, okay? It might be shocking to you. There is no future anymore left that these criminals want to take from you for speaking out. Trust me, there is none. Even those who went to the future and came back, they said, oh, don't try it, though. Anyway, I am going to go make myself a cup of tea. Oh, sorry. I think it's 10. Okay. So I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea and then I'm going to take one or two calls. But let me tell you something about what we're going to do soon. Okay. So we have actually mopped up almost 8 million naira from our 10 million naira for this 6,000 school children. We are doing our little best, right, to see what we can do to help the out of school children in Yoruba land. Okay. We don't know the actual number yet, but we are trying to make our own little impact this coming week, or should I say before the end of this month, okay? So within 2-3 days, we have been able to put together at least over 8 million naira. There's some stuff's coming up as well, okay? So we are still very much short of, almost 8 million naira. So we're still very much short of about 2 million naira, which we have to make sure we cover before the end of the month, which will go straight into security and then logistics. Sure you get. However, I'll just do more of this, especially when the production starts next Monday. So we have been able, listen to this. So we already have the 7.45 million naira that is going to print for us 50,000 copies of exercise books for 6,000 school children across Yoruba land. It's very small, it's token, but trust me, it is also very big because of our hearts that we're actually putting into it, offering this as a care. There's another good news, right? For the first time, we have registered the first Yoruba socio pro-independence NGO in Nigeria. So now, officially, we are about to start something you haven't seen before. Sure you get? Yes, it's going to be big. And this is the genesis, right? I'll make my tea, take 1 or 2 calls, then call it a night. There is so much going on. So in another few months or so, you probably will be able to come and ask me, Maiyegun, what are you doing about this? I'll say, well, ask the union. It's called the Yoruba Union. It's wonderful. It's been registered. Don't tell anybody yet, but it's been registered, confirmed, official. and just about to be seen in your dailies in Nigeria. Don't tell anyone yet. I'm coming. I'll go make tea. That seems to have taken longer than planned, but well, I had to deploy my kettle, by the way. So, hello there.
Yeah, I'm here. How are you?
I'm very well, sir. How are you?
Yeah, my name is Stephen calling from Canada.
Stephen, how are you, sir?
How are you? Good. I'm great. Thanks for the information that you have passed. You are doing a very great job.
Thank you.
So one of the things that I just want to say, number one, is about the Yoruba Union.
Yes, sir.
Particularly the school materials, the school materials they want to go and distribute. I think my advice is that the people that are going to distribute this material, they should be very careful, wary of these saboteurs. You know, because as soon as they know that something good like this is coming, you can see people from the other end. You know, I will not mention where they are coming from. You know them. So they will start to put spanner in the works. So maybe probably they should not when they are moving from one place to the other, you know, they should not disclose their itinerary. Because these people are very wicked.
You know how we do it, sir. You know, the last time I am the one who always come back here to announce and say, you know, we went to this place, we went to that. So I think we are going to adopt the same thing this time. It's just going to be the report. Because our on-ground coordinators are going to do the whole mobilization for us. We're going to deal with them. We don't really have to announce now. Because, I mean, we don't announce now.
Okay, that's very good.
Yeah,
then I'm starting the political, scene. just like you have said, I think Obi is making a great, a great threat to this,
There's nothing wrong if all of us who have seen that can admit to that. It may be something we never expected, but it is happening. But to say it no mean, that's not true. Especially those who will say no danger. Well, hopefully
it may not appeal to us, but the question is that if they are able to challenge the foundation and destroy that foundation, so that so that we can start from somewhere. So yes, I think it is good, because the ones who are saying that it's a tribal movement, a religious movement, they are just telling lies. They are just telling lies.
And when you look at where all these are coming from, they are the same people who are saying it's going nowhere, right? But they are making up lies to make what we are seeing like it's nothing. Do you get that now? Like, thank God for social media.
Yeah.
If we are all relying on their main media in Nigeria, then probably they would have been driving the narrative. But social media broke all of that protocol, all that rules. Everything is open. So somebody is saying to us from what I think is like a sort of a vulnerable position to send a dog whistle out and say, it's nothing. And if you see them doing all of that, it's because of religion or tribe. So is that not a sign of those who kind of feel like they have to do what they can to demarcate them and stop them because they are becoming a threat? That's what I'm saying. Like, if you look at those characters responding to them, this is no longer people who don't mean something, right?
Yeah. Then, and also my concern is very, I'm very worried about what is going on, especially in Yoruba land. I don't know when Yorubas have lost their value, whereby, people start supporting people of questionable character.
Questionable characters.
I don't, because I know when we are growing up in Yoruba land, let me just give you this thing. Because if you go to farm, you can put your yam and put price on it.
Yes.
And this is the amount I want to build by the roadside. And you will come there, take yam and put money there. Nobody will come and steal it. These are the things Yoruba people are known for. We are noted for that honesty. We are noted for respect. But now all of them have been thrown into dustbin because of these, criminals that come to power. Who always say it doesn't matter. They say somebody is stealing, somebody is forging, one thing or the other, and somebody is, is manipulating. Somebody is emptying the treasury. They say it doesn't matter. I say, what? In Yoruba land? Because I know when we are very small, if a big man comes to our village and they don't know the source of his money, they say, please keep it for him.
Just be running aside. They will just be avoiding.
Yes. They say they will just be avoiding. They will tell people, even small village, the town crier will come to the village and say, please, somebody has come to the village, please be wary of it. But now it is not the case again. When have we, what brought us to this particular state? When have we lost our values? And the question is that one thing I want to say is this. You see, when we talk about religion, talk about Christianity, for example. Christianity, who is a Christian? When we say who is a Christian is not somebody who put signboard on his face and say, I am a Christian. I'm a Christian. No. The people that were called Christian, they first of all, in the book of Acts, in Antioch, they saw the character of Jesus in them. They didn't announce themselves. They say, okay, definitely you must be the follower of Christ. And that is how where they got the name Christian from. They didn't announce it. They didn't propagate themselves. They didn't say, oh, I'm a Christian. No. It is the character of Jesus they saw in them. Simply, who is a Christian? A Christian is a person that portrays Jesus. Is that portrays Jesus' character. That is just all. That's who's a Christian. So that is all. So, they're now to that start manipulating. Somebody will now come up and then begin to put a signboard on his face and say, I'm a Christian. That is fake. That is fake. A Christian is somebody that portrays the character of Jesus. That is just no less, no, you don't add
no more, no less. Thank you so much,
no more, no less.
Stephen. We have taken in all your contribution, especially that advice you gave to us. Indeed, I'm grateful that you called in. Okay, stay safe, Baba.
Okay, thank you.
Nice one, Thank you. I have another person on the line here. Hello there.
Hello.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Hello. How are you?
Very well, I'm good. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm listening to you at the same time, Baba. Maiyegun.
Oh, yeah.
Paulo Shinlo.
Same near. Fisco.
Ojo pàṣẹ kẹrẹ máa dẹ lọ́yọ̀ọ́lé.
Oh, yeah. Ẹ̀rọ balógun. Tẹ́rù bá ń bà yín ní kẹ́ wí fáwa o.
Lẹ́niwìẹ̀ ẹ gbàgbé bó ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀ o. My Gio. My Gio. My Gio. I greet you.
You're welcome, sir.
I greet you. And I greet everybody. Everybody online, everybody listening tonight. I greet you, sir.
We greet you too.
Everybody. Baba, I've been listening to you all week because election is coming up, you understand? And everything, do you remember the last time? This is not the last time. I think it was on the People's Party. I told you that I bought my own popcorn and my Fanta that I was drinking up. Listening to all your programs and listening to all the drama, watching all the videos going on. You understand? Like you said, the gloves are off now. There are punches left, right, and center. Can you hear me, sir?
Loud and clear, Baba.
Baba, I'm going to call 2 pages. Oh, yeah,
part by part. Yeah, now.
I'm starting by praising you, Maiyegun. You understand? I started following you. I'd say not long after you started your program. You understand? Years back. And because you have always been truthful, always been things out play, this is why you get a lot of truth come on you. So I want to commend you.
Thank you, Baba.
You understand? I want to commend you. I want to praise you. I want you to feel like you are doing us the greatest good you can do any of our lives, any humanity. You understand? Because everything you're doing for a lot of people. So
amen to that.
And don't stop what you are doing.
No,
you understand? Keep
me.
it up because Maiyegun, Baba, keep it up.
I will.
Keep it up. Keep it up. Now let me move on because like I said, I'm picking 2 pages, Baba. So and I want to try and go through all of them and I'll be as quick as I can.
Yeah, you can be as quick as possible.
My second point.
Go on, sorry.
My second point tonight is Mr. Taiwo made the point in regards to spreading your message throughout.
I didn't get everything you said there. Your what? I think I missed that.
Your advocacy with regards to your program, broadcasting you. Papa Maje can borrow from me, but Mr. Taiwo was quicker than to advise it because he's been mentioning it. I think it is something to discuss. You understand? To borrow things back, Papa, I'm going to should you
I remember.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. But remember that we have to manage the time, please.
Yes. So now all I'm trying to say is that point that Mr. Taiwo raised with regards to broadcasting you to people in our villages, places where people don't have internet access to light or anything like that.
Yes.
You understand? It's going to help a lot.
Do you want me to tell you what is the update on that? A quick one, You want me to tell you?
Yes.
So today we're
Yes,
having this small meeting of some of us who are handling one or two things for us behind the scene, the Yoruba Union.
Yes.
And then initially we got the offer of 10, you remember 10, what do you call it, projectors and projector boards.
Yes.
So we have gotten another 5. It was today that I actually discovered that each one of them actually cost about $140. Something you can say maybe 100,000 naira. Now we're going to get about 15 of that. And more people are feeling like we can connect more and more communities. So yeah.
Yes.
I'm also looking forward to that after this one.
It's an amazing idea, because we don't have access to all their charade radio stations and all their television stations. You understand? And the fact that you guys have started all this without hopefully I to back here because they'll be seeing, they'll be listening to you, because I'm not going to lie to you. Somebody said earlier on, I watched one of your programs, he said your program is therapeutic. It is highly therapeutic. I'm telling you, Baba, you don't want to know along, because the people
I'm glad a lot of you found it therapeutic, because others feel like it's just too long. I say, you are new, no vex.
Sherry, in life, you, Baba, magic and power. And you believe we are Nigeria, they can see that people are struggling, people are suffering, and they want that suffer to continue.
Yes.
Do you understand? I want to build the money. Do you understand? Derive power. So now, let me now go back to one of your politicians quickly. Atiku has confessed by himself. Do you understand? If you live in a normal country, Atiku should be arrested and locked up, including Obasanjo.
By now, he should have stepped down from the race, as in withdraw from the race. Just by to go now, and answer
because
and
he made a confession on the phone by himself. He recorded confession, he said it himself. Because nobody to back. Check it. So the same thing from Mr. Tinubu, check it. The same thing from
coming out. Exactly.
Expose coming out. They should not be even contesting at all.
People are asking, what exactly Gogoni shared DSS investigating people before they clear them? Security
because I don't understand. How did they even get to that stage? How did you even get to that stage, Baba? Should anybody not be asking themselves any questions at all? How do all these people get to the stage of still competing after everything that has come out?
Candidates. Is Nigeria?
Do you understand? So this is the definition of Nigeria, like you just said. It's the definition of that country. That's the country they all live in. Do you understand? And then when you know don't kiri. Me, I am seeing everything pushing corny. Tasty oúnjẹ oúnjẹ wọn tó ń jẹ l'Abuja ó ti mọ bó ṣe ń lọ bó ṣe ń kọrin bí tán ṣe pé fún ẹ̀gbọ́n dínú yẹn ò lè sórí ṣe wà ohun ẹ̀fẹ́ fọ́ ohun ẹ̀rẹ́ máa fọ́ gbẹ̀yìn ni bó ṣe ń kọrin yẹn ohun yẹn ó máa fọ́ gbẹ̀yìn along bó ṣe ń kọrin so bí wọ́n ṣe ń sọ mo ti fẹ́ parí mo ti wà lẹ́yìn pátápátá bàbá so I have finished. So with regards to Mr. Idris tó ní situation pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn tó ń jínigbé kiri. It just shows again, Baba, it shows again to people that even those of us living in the diaspora, it can affect us. If we don't do something,
that's right.
It can affect us. You understand? So just because you live anywhere, but if it is insecurity in the land, it doesn't matter where they live. It all started in Borno. All of us in the southwest now, she could silence, but anybody in Stockway because of buying bomb you banning Kokomashere. She could think shell by anything. What else are we waiting for? What more do we need? What more do we want? Do you understand? I'll give everybody else a chance to talk.
Thank you
we'll
so
talk
much,
again. Thank you very much. You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. So my regards to the family as well. I have
hello,
Mr. Taiwo. Good evening, sir.
Hello,
you might need to mute the program or walk away from the room Because it seems we can hear ourselves.
I've left. I've left there. Okay, I've left there.
All right, sir. So you are live. Everybody can
Good
hear you.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I want to make some comments on the remarks I made that the efforts of the Obidients are not logical. I've responded to the young man, just reason. He insulted me. I've passed that level. Now, my general, I just want to focus on the Obidients today, and I want everybody to listen to me.
Okay.
I want to prove that their efforts are not logical at all. Number one, Nigeria, we have a nation where, hello?
I'm going loud and clear. We can hear you. Go on, sir.
You cannot be building on 40 irreparable foundation, and you tell me you are logical. You are not logical, you are foolish. You are not logical, you are foolish. Nigeria was built on 40 foundation by the British. The foundation was strengthened in 1967 by Nigeria. We got independent in 1960. Everything started in 1967. And since 1967, where are we? They are foolish. They are not wise. Let's leave that one. From 1967, we have fraudulent structure.
Mr. Taiwo, that's not things are done. That's not things are done, okay? What you have to do is that you should be able to say what they should be doing. At least they are doing something, right?
I will say.
Yeah, so before you go to another point, I think you should, right? What makes the action illogical?
Let me just give you a reason why it's not logical.
All right, sir, go on.
No, let me give you why it's not. What they are doing are not logical.
Yeah, you've told us why.
I'm telling you three. I've not said the three. I talked about the foundation.
Okay, that's one. Go on, sir. Go on.
Foundation in 1914. Foundation that was relayed in 1967. I don't want to argue with 1960. Right. Everything was going fine. 1960 to 1963. 1963, when Balewa was coming, the Onyibo told us that the British rigged Balewa. The man self-confessed that they rigged Balewa in. That was why 1963 to 1967, everything just crumbled. Now, 1967, the fraud started. The Obasanjo and the like, the owners of Nigeria, they started the fraud 1967. Now, come 1999, how can we be going for democracy, brother? And then we are going with a fraudulent constitution. 1999 constitution. No, we are having democracy that we don't have impact in. We don't have input in. That is fraud.
No, we are never part of
We never had input to it. So how can I be building precious material? I told you that just reason. I have learned from my childhood.
Okay, a lot of people are listening to you.
I want to round up,
and they actually want to pick from it.
Okay.
Go on, sir. Yeah. So am I worrying about just reason? There's something I will say to you that may help. Go on, sir.
Yes. Yes. If I have 200 plus 200 and I multiply plus 200 by -1, everything will go negative. Bring 1 million, multiply it by -2, no matter how small. I love the move of the Obidients, and we have told them, you are catalyst in device in these guys. They are catalysts in chemistry. We said catalyst will speed up rate of reaction. I am not against the Obidients. I am not against Obi, but I stand on three things until it is done. Every effort we waste. Let me ask you: Obi wanted to become president. He went to pick Okugwe. See Okugwe. Even when the man became president, we also said in our Yoruba Union, there are still some things we need to sweep away from our Yoruba Union and Yoruba Nation struggle. But sir, I am telling you, let's assume Obi wins. When Obasanjo was president, they started Sharia, true or false?
That's true.
Obasanjo said it's political Sharia. The man did not kill the evil. He allowed the evil to thrive. Where are we today? When Jonathan became president, you know what we're doing in the north?
What?
We don't have a country. Obedience. Let Obi win. No, I'm not Obi should not win. But
you know you are my person, right? You know what? You're my person. You and I, and majority of people here know that we have no stake in their election. Okay.
Oh.
But here is something, right? Here is what makes their action logical, right? We all know that, number one, the owners of Nigeria who put the constitution together, right, is for a purpose. Even every effort to say they want to amend or not amend has never been successful. It's just worse and worse, right? You know,
we don't even need an. You don't amend fraud. General, you don't amend fraud.
That's what I'm saying, right?
How can we do you amending fraud?
Obasanjo could have thrown that rubbish away. He had to keep it for him to keep his presidency. Sure, you get. Now,
yeah, but General, let me say something about Obasanjo, sir.
No, okay, go on.
Obasanjo, I told somebody very close, meaning that man, if it's possible for that man to dethrone God and become God, that is how selfish and wicked Obasanjo was and is. The man is selfish, the man is wicked. If it's possible to dethrone God, I'm telling you, Obasanjo will dethrone God and sit on the throne. That is how selfish the Baba is.
I know.
They destroyed the nation for us. We don't have. What the Obidients should do is this. What the Obidients should do is this. Let us join hands together and say, let us go back to the foundation of Nigeria. Let us sit around the table and decide if Nigeria will be together. Let's have our constitution. That was the Nigeria given to us as independence. It's not the Nigeria we have now.
That's where I wanted to add something. That's where I want to add something for the sake of our listener.
Okay, I'm with you.
Like
I'm with you.
Have spoken passionately, and the word logical, which seems to have clashed you and Just Reason together in the comment section on YouTube. That's why I'm actually interested to listen to the illogical part of their movement. Okay, now let's do this.
Okay,
let's do this.
Okay,
the reasons why self-determination has become a criminal stuff in Nigeria today is because the establishment call it criminal, especially Buhari. You know that?
I know.
So, hang on. Now, without somebody who doesn't see self-determination conversation as an act of terror, could actually be a beginning of what other things to come. Now, you have every right to be skeptical, knowing Nigeria, that would Obi do anything?
Okay.
You know, I do say something, right?
Okay.
I do say something. If Nigeria is to want to have peace today, justice, fairness, equity, and all of that, and douse all this tension that we are feeling today, it will have to come from those who are steering this division, which is the government. Sure, you get. So if the government doesn't criminalize the gathering conversation around constitution, self-determination, Biafra, and all, they consider them as they are legit, you can have a chat around it. In fact, we can even use these same people if they are able to turn the establishment, if they're able to turn it over its head, they have the power, right, with right mindset to, sure you get, to actually choose and trash 1999 constitution. But anything outside that, sir, we are all just shooting.
Can I say something, General? Can I say something? This government you are talking about, they are cowards. I will give you two instances. After Abiola was killed, and the Yoruba and other people stood up, they gave in. But the people who were doing the struggle,
the problem is that
they were blind to the future.
Sir, they didn't give in. You get that,
There was pressure before they gave in.
Deal. They cut them deal. That's what happened. Sure you get.
But the deal was a foolish deal. How can you go for a deal without getting constitution?
For themselves, not for Yoruba. Yorubas are the victims.
That is what. Yes, that is what I'm saying. That they were making a move, but the foundation on which they made the move, they accepted it on fraud. Now let me give you another thing, General. Yes, another thing is when you consider where we are, NSAS now. When you consider NSAS. If that NSAS had continued, to tell you that this government is coward, if we don't go for election and we agree that we want new constitution, these people if the Obidients can join us, other people can join us, and we insist,
it is illegal to
with the way they move during NSAS, we will get new constitution.
Sir, it is illegal to say no election. I've listened to people saying all of that. You know it. Because
I'm not saying no, but I get me very well, sir.
No. I'm not saying you said that.
Okay.
I didn't say you said there is not.
Okay.
You said if the Obidients have joined us to say no election. Do you understand that, right?
No. I'm sorry. I'm not talking about no election. No, what I'm saying is there will be no election if there is no constitution. There must be constitution before election.
No, that's illegal.
How will it be illegal?
You can demand. Oh,
how will it be illegal?
I don't want to go into this long. You know, it's just we're going to be
okay. I agree with you.
The primary conversation is this: a lot of you, or should I say, a lot of us, are thinking, right, that this spontaneous obedience, as you can see them today, right, that they probably, with what you have seen, that they have this magic something that if they use it right, not for their election, no, that it could have forced the hand of the cowards, you call them, the government. That's not how things work, Mr. Taiwo. Do you get that? The establishment must first lose its power before you can begin to now kind of believe the strength of these people. For now, yeah? What they have chosen.
General, I want to go. General, but I beg to disagree with you. I want to go.
It's fine if you do, right? But hang on. You are expecting
I'm with you.
You are expecting them to push the hand of the establishment, not towards election, which they can't do. Do you get that now? This expectation of them of anything other than whatever they have chosen. Now, when they are able to actually prove themselves, for example, if they are able to push the establishment out, at that point, you can begin to now say they could force the hand of this government they put in to put up a new constitution. They have nothing they can do right now. You know that. But if you don't, now there's something about the legality of saying no election. Hang on, sir. Hang on.
I still don't agree with that.
I'm not saying you should. You don't have to. You don't have to agree with me. I'm not talking to you alone. I'm talking to a lot of people listening to us as well. Okay. So it is illegal to say no election. Hang on. Yes, it is illegal to say no election in any in anywhere where you have a periodic election, whether it's fraud, it's whatever. Because two ways that you can stop an election. One is to make sure that wherever there's going to be an election is disrupted. A violence that will make it impossible. And or if you have the power to actually really stop it through the court. But there is one power that people have that the people in Nigeria doesn't seem in the atmosphere you have in that Nigeria.
General, can I chip in something?
Mr. Taiwo, hello? There's a reason why I'm speaking.
Can I chip in something? I got you perfectly. Can I chip in something?
All right.
Now, I want you to see from the angle of the power of the people. In Southeast, I'm not supporting sit at home. I am not supporting and I'm not against it. But from the sit at home that we see the impact in Southeast, it tells you that there is still power with the populace. There is still power with the people. I'm talking to the youth of Nigeria, everybody. If we have one voice and we said government, the election coming, we want a new constitution before election. I don't support destruction of property. I will never be part of that. I've never been part of it, and I will never be part of these people in government, these people that are ruling Nigeria. They are cowards. If all the young people can join us together, let us set 7-month calendar or 8-month calendar. Let's get new constitution. That was what Afe Babalola told the whole world. They were telling Afe Babalola to keep quiet. Baba said, suspend constitution. Sit around the table, put new constitution in place, then let election go. We all agree, okay, Buhari, finish your term May 29. If May 2029 we are not ready, new constitution is not ready. Let us agree together and put some people there on interim. Let's have new constitution. I'm not supporting violence, but if we have one voice, the nation belongs to us. Young people, adult people, we want new constitution before election. And what will happen before election, we will all agree. Let's do this, let these people be in power, and then we move on. That is what I'm subscribing. There is no way. I'm telling you, the day I saw the number of voters in Nigeria, I saw Northeast and Southwest. When I saw Northwest, highest followed by Southwest, I said, this election is rigged already. Well, Obidients, I wish you good luck. I wish you good luck. Go and try.
Meanwhile, I'm taking another call, by the way, but there's something I'm going to quickly add to it. My caller, can you please just hang on, okay? You see, if wishes were horses, right? Beggars will ride. And there is something people need to know. If you want people to do something, then you have to put in the work, right? Now, when we say put in the work, we are talking about, we wish we could actually have all these people who have been sort of mobilizing themselves, believing that they could, how I wish that the message that we are giving to them, that bring all of them together now, is about constitution change. All of us can sit down and wish, but not all of us are actually putting the work. Now, putting in the work is beyond just wishing that, why don't they do that? Why can't they just do that? You know what I mean? Afe Babalola and the rest of the people who have spoken right, a lot of us have spoken it many times. If they continue with that fraudulent 1999 constitution, right, Nigeria will end up imploding. Do you get that? Right? Now, if those who have the power to actually make this happen are hell-bent to cut and destroy any sort of opinion that will say, let's do that exactly. So what do? You wait for a time like this. If it works, which I believe, right? If it works, the entire establishment that resists that reform that could have actually addressed all these vices, right? That system is already grooming disenchanted people who are ready to tear it down. You see, if you now punch that on this Obidients on the one hand, then on the other hand, you say they are irrelevant, it's just to show that some of us don't really know our priorities, so to say. If you want a situation whereby we can put together, we can have a humongous movement, something so big, maybe close to something like Obidients, but they are not asking for election. They are not asking to make anybody president. They are asking for a new constitution in Nigeria. Maybe if we actually have a work that is put towards that, we can stop beating ourselves on social media. For those who are doing it or not doing it right, or they should do it that way or that way. You know it doesn't work that way. That's what I'm trying to drive at. That you wish doesn't mean that that's how it works. It works when you put in the work. We saw them. We saw all of this thing from 2020. We saw these young people did all this networking, built all of this crowd you are seeing today over time. That Obi is benefiting from it. You probably wish somebody else is. Or we wish that when they shot at them at Lekki and across Nigeria, they didn't go back to go and start preparing for election or revolution like this. They quickly just took it up and say, well, enough. That's why I'm saying that wishes, if wishes were horses, a lot of us will be riding. So you have to put in more work to be able to stand up one day and say, no election. And millions of people will say, that makes sense. We're going to go for it now. If you disagree with me, it's very pure. It's understandable. I understand. But after saying it, I hope you think about it. Sorry for keeping you waiting, my person there. Hello there. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
I am so sorry I kept you because I had just to add that, okay? In a way, just people just know that some people will tell you no election doesn't mean that there won't be any election. Okay, even up north where they had about under Jonathan they had about about 300 local government areas, almost half of Nigeria local government 774 were affected by one terrorist or another under Jonathan when the election was to be done because they needed that validation. If you say no election, they will write it. They will still do that. Oh, I beg. Baba, sorry. Go on.
Yeah, it's funny. What I'm trying to say is that the man was saying that they can do it, that there's no way you can cancel election, even if they said it's only 100 people is going to vote.
You can brag all you want on social media. You're going to watch the video.
That's
okay?
Why. Yeah,
that may be voter apathy. That's not new.
If only 100 people come out, that's the 100 people that were left.
Sure you get.
So it's just better that that's why I'm so happy about this obedient movement.
if they are able to elect Peter Obi, that will show that the people now has the power. If not, it's only maybe they are not able to do it. That's when you know that the establishment still has the power. But if they succeed, that will make the people to trust that now we have the power. So anybody that is there, like one thing I love about Peter, they say when he is there, you people should not go, you should continue to direct him. You said this, why are you not doing it? So they will follow up with him like that way. Even when they are talking about when he's talking about the sit at home, he should dig further. Why is the people doing sit at home? The reason they are doing the sit at home. Do you think that if those people that decide to stay at home, they decide to come, and those people that say that they should sit at home will come and kill them? No, those people decide to sit at home because they see the injustice. Because
the marginalization, the killings, all of that. Exactly. Yeah. Now.
So they are not. That is why they agree to that. But if they push further, that if you see those people, if they decide maybe this election, according to Peter Obina, that every one of them is motivated that this change must come by fire, by force. Those people cannot force them not to go and vote. They will come out and fight back. It will turn to the essence that those people down.
See, somebody said, hey, so this Maiyegun is now supporting election. You see, that's the problem. Comprehension, understanding, right? Most of these guys are actually deliberately pretending not to understand, okay? They love it. Just brag that you are going to be this or that on social media and all of that. And then possibly, right, if you could get one or two guys together to put up a drama here and there to show to them that, yeah, I could do this or that. But guess what? We are going to be here. Maiyegun is going to report it. As long as they in Nigeria choose that they want to do their election. If they choose that the military should come and pack the coup, that's their business. If they decide to postpone it and create a chaos that they won't be able to do the election, that's their. But if they say they want to do it, are you with me? They will do it in every part of Nigeria, every part. And you're going to see them. But if people are not going to come out to join them, of course, that is also possible. Of course. People are going to be scared away, or people are not going to come, you know what I mean? Or they are not going to be part of it. That's not new. Nobody should pretend that that's new. Over time in Eastern Nigeria, over time, people have always been like, you know, time with time, over time, they are withdrawing from the Nigerian election. Okay? When they used to be part of it, they voted for Obasanjo en masse. They voted for Yaradua en masse. Sure you get?
Because this has also,
Go on.
This has also shown that if why people are more interested now, if they didn't vote, when the punishment comes, everybody suffer for it. This now is better. It's just like, it's just better that, okay, since we see this light here, let us follow this light. So that's why everybody is following towards that direction. Although some people are still following their stomach and their pocket, like those that are still following their agbados and the Atiku. Those ones, they are just there for their. They are just there for their interest, not because they know that they are good. They are just there because of what they are getting. But those ones that are going with to the obedient side, those ones are going because they want change, because they are fighting for themselves.
About we do anything that, for example, right? Them. For example, data don't lie. Me, I am somebody who loves data. Okay, datas don't lie. Now here we have seen the damages done by APC. Over time, a lot of people have said, I'm not even interested in the election anymore. I'm not doing anything about Nigeria. You know what I mean? Then 8 months ago, that changed. We saw the surge in all of this would move into one direction, something they've never seen before. That crashed INEC voter registration website. It happened. Now, 8 months later, they haven't even reduced. They continue to, like, you know what I mean? Now, what does that tell you? It tells you that I don't know what they are doing. I don't know what he's telling them. But I am the diary. I am seeing these videos. I am bringing them here. I'm not going to pretend that I'm not seeing them. Whether I support them or I don't, it doesn't matter. Are they happening? 8 months after that, look at them.
The truth is that the establishment didn't see this coming. They didn't see it coming.
So anyway, I hope that, like I've been telling people, sure you get, on this platform is an opportunity for you to probably hear something you've probably never heard before, or understand better something you never really think deeper before. And then whatever you do with it, my dear people, don't blame anybody else. That, oh, I didn't know, Sure you get. Then we wish, everyone who is trying to take out the establishment, we wish them well. Sure you get. Baba, thank you very much for stopping by. I am going to round it up now because of my time, and I'm going to take more calls some other time, okay? Thank you so much, everybody. Listen, there's something so unique about Maiyegun's diary political. Over time, it is so easy for you to disagree with me, disagree with other people on the program, and you can do so by just explaining why you disagree there. Even when you are disagreeing, right? Explaining how you disagree, other people are disagreeing with you too. That's the beauty of it. Now, it is also an opportunity as well to share what is right information, and at the same time to update whatever you have fed yourself with, your mindset and all that. All of these are just to make you a better person when you are talking or thinking Nigeria or Nigeria politics. At the end of the day, it is just another night on the temple of truth. Tomorrow is going to be another day. Yeah. Thanks so much for spending your evening with me again. Whatever happens tomorrow, you can join me later in the evening as well. We'll catch up, we'll talk, we'll share views. At the same time, we hope to impact their life. As always, thank you to every one of you. I'm going to see you some other time. Stay safe, and good night from here.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Maiyegun máa wí.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Maiyegun diary, diary politico.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o, kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bí gómìnà gbówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin ti ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràjì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
òkúrọ̀ olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràjì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràjì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì o. ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràjì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.